The accountant, maybe she's come with money for the umpire. All right. Okay. Good afternoon from Lugogo Oval. You are tuning in to watch and to hear the second of today's T20 matches between Blizzards and Hurricanes. As things stand, Hurricanes are 2-0 up. So this is rather like half-time, like the second half, because there's another match as we're going to watch this afternoon, and then there will be a fourth match tomorrow morning. The toss was won by Blizzards, who have chosen to bat. So the Hurricanes are fielding. They won this morning's match by just 7 runs. They were 65 all out, and then the Blizzards were 57 for 6. 58 for 6, rather. Yesterday it was a different matter. The Blizzards were annihilated by Hurricanes. They were all out for 39, again batting first as they are now, and the Hurricanes got 40 without loss. So it'd be Patricia Malamakia bowling from the tennis court end to Leona Babirie. She was out first ball this time yesterday. Batted rather better the second time round, though slowly. Oh, here we go. Malamakia coming in, right arm over. Quite a full ball, right through the batter. And to Nyende and keeping wicket. Hurricanes, of course, were looking to make themselves 3 up and invincible for tomorrow's game, which I understand is still going to be a T20. In she comes. Malamakia. A nice drive on the offside, and yes, they took one, and it was fumbled by Oweko, who's fielding it mid-off. Kevin Owino, the national team captain and wicketkeeper, takes guard. From umpire Ejedra. The umpires are Ejedra and Matthias. The one lady umpire, Athula, is not standing this afternoon. In comes Malamakia, bowls it foolish, and it's a nice shot away through the covers. It's going to hold up. It's not going to make the boundary, but they're running 2, and they have run 2. I think the Blizzards know that if they get a start today, then they might have a chance of winning this one. That was a shortish ball, turned on the leg side, but straight to a fielder at mid-wicket. Coming in once again, right arm over, bowls it, turned again, exactly the same shot. Turned it to a fielder rather than wide of the fielder. Otherwise it would have been an easy run. Scored 3 for no wicket. It's the last ball of the over. And Rukia in from the tennis court end. Both very full and turned away, and it's wide of the mid-wicket. They're going to run 2. They're not going to run 2. That is the end of the over, and it's 4 for no wicket. That is a gentle sort of start, but 4 up for no wicket. A sort of par score from the first over a T20 game. Who this bowler is this Malamik here? I may have got it wrong earlier. And that's a full start by the bowler. I'm trying to find the name for you. Any idea who this bowler might be? Really are useless. Right, she comes in. It's not a long run. Slingy sort of action. Oh, it's even and Unupo. Even and Unupo, yes. Bowls again, well done, thank you. Moving it across the batter, goes through to the wicketkeeper. Boundary bowler fell over and straight through. Yes, that's captain out. She slipped and fell, trying to hook a lowish ball, and it just kept low and hit the stumps. So we're in the second over, and it's now 4 for 1. Hi. What? Well, I have talked to Nicholas 4 times about that. Getting that step done. Seriously, over the last 5 days. John, I did it through Grace, and then Grace sent me to Nicholas. Nicholas couldn't give a monkey's. What? Yes, they tell me it is. score is, what, did they get a run then? They did, didn't they? 5-1. John, you can witness the dilapidated state of this place. It just hasn't been looked after by these people at all. It's Patricia Malamakia coming in again from the far end. Oh, and a swipe really by Leona. Wasn't going to get her anywhere. Action, pushing it away out on the onside. They're looking. There could have been a run out, but really they have to be looking for these runs. And I'm looking to see who it is who's coming in. John, sorry, do you know the batter? Wouldn't be Rachel Antono because she's in the yellow side. Oh, Nabuena. Okay, Jennifer. As Jennifer Nabuena come in, she faces, watches the ball carefully, and it's a wide ball out on the offside. So the score goes up to 5. Normally you would find Jennifer opening the batting, but Leona and Kevin thought otherwise this afternoon, not with very much success. Madoka strokes it away on the onside, but only to wide mid-on. So they're 5 down with 2 wickets down with 5 runs only on the board. And this is coming towards the end of the 3rd over. Yeah, and that went through the gate really, over the stumps, not taken cleanly by Nyende, who I understand has her own reasons for wearing a helmet even when standing back as a keeper. Malamakia comes in again, and Nabuena really just pushes it away into the covers. That's the end of the over. Blizzards are really already falling into the trap which they've been in earlier. They've lost a couple of quickish wickets, but getting no runs to go with them. In T20, you really cannot ease the ball into the offside and onside gently. It has to come with some vigour and the hope of a run, at least. So it's Anyupo now to Babazi. Plays it back to the bowler, well fielded. Evelyn Anyupo now has been a part of the cricket circuit for quite some years. She bowls again, nicely pushed away on the onside, but there are runs here. The batters are not realizing that when they move forward with the ball, there usually is a run there. The fielder also has to move, has to bend, has to throw. In that time, a run can be taken. Straight ball, driven to mid-off and fielded. That's fielded and Yeeper again. Yes, pushed away on the offside, but fielded again. This will be frustrating for the batters. They're getting hold of the ball, but playing it straight to fielders. It's still 5 for 2 in this, the third over. In this, the fourth over. Down the leg side, and a wide ball. Bowls again. And push it hard, and it's gone wide of the fielder. She's chasing back. Picks it up now, and they've run two. Ball to come. What do they give the scorers now, please? Excuse me? What do they give the score as? 7? 8. 9. Comes in again, Anyupo. Foolish. Hit very hard and through the leg side field. Mid-on runs out. End of the over. 9 for 2. Babazi batting has and Nabwana will have to act as a foil. So now it's the fifth over of the afternoon. It's Malamakia again from the tennis court end. Coming in bowls with some ease, and they're running it. The mid-on had to move round, and there was an easy single there in the end. 10 runs up. Alamakia again. Goes to Nabwana. And she'd push it on. Yes, there was a fumble in the field there. A possible run, really, if Babazi had been backing up properly. In fact, makes very little effort to get there. And Babazi gets away with that one. Hitting it hard, and that is the difference. Hit it hard and it'll go. The score goes to 14-2. And Nipo once again. That's a full toss and well, Babazi tries to put it away, but it just goes to mid-wicket. Both these openers have now bowled 3 overs each. This is the third for Anipo. She comes in, bowls up with a wide ball on the leg side, an attempted sweep, and didn't contact it, and a wide ball. So 15 the score now. (15-2). Anipo once again bowls, and off her legs, pushing to the leg side. Ball virtually stops dead. Score is 16. Nabwana taking guard. And she's ready. Still 16. Hi. And Yipo, last ball of the over. It would have been, but it's another wide. So we now have, it's now 17. This is proving quite an expensive over. 7 have come from it. Whether she's tiring a little, I don't know. Nabwana facing. She hits that, gets behind it, but not with sufficient force to get a run. And that's the end of the over. 17 for 2 after 5. After 6. I'm joined by Dennis Masali, who knows the background to almost all these players and can help with such. But I saw Anipo really beginning to look tired when she was bowling then. She's bowled, of course, this morning already. The power play is over. 6 overs gone. The score 17 for 2. What do you think, Dennis? What have you seen in 1 minute you've been there?
The Blizzards need to work a little bit harder. They've chosen to bat first and try and set a total, but really their undoing has been their inability to put together good partnerships that can help them win the game. I hope Janet Mbabazi can find a reliable partner to be able to do what? To put on a good total. I mean, 65 was the winning total in the morning, so definitely the past score is now 65. If they can find somewhere around that total, they could be in with something.
It's a Weko. I think she was trying leg spin then. It looked like it. It was a very different. The trajectory was quite different from her normal one. Right, now she's bowling to. Well, that was a poor ball. Just bounced twice. Classed as a wide. That's 19 now. 19 for 2. She bowls again. Let's give a little bit of air and just pushed out by Nabwana. I think. Is it Nabwana? Yes. Not sure. Was it Janet? Oh, down the leg side, a wide. This is not like Consi. 20 now. And again, bowls. Just turned, they're running one, just in front of square. 21 now. There's a feeling, really, I think that Hurricanes are relaxing a little bit. They probably had a good lunch. Ball comes in, and yes, and Janet turns it away. That is a 4. So there's a poor over so far from Concio Weko. This is one a holding bowler, but she's being dispatched. That's 25 for 2. I think Janet Babazi came out to the middle with the intention of trying to get hold of this game, and at least to put the Blizzards in a better spot for tomorrow. And that's gone down. I think it's a wide. It wasn't played, but it was signalled a wide even before the return was made. But it was a single wide down on the leg side. So 26. There's 3 wides in this over so far. And that's a dot ball. There's another to come. Nabana facing. And she goes through into the run. Misfield. No, she's in. She's giving it out. Babazi has run out. She was slow to take off. What do you say? Slow to get going.
Babazi has been a victim of runouts. I think this is the third out of the 3 games she has been batting. And it's really terrible. She looked like the set batsman. Jennifer, in my opinion, sacrificed her. Because right now the Blizzards will have a lot of work to do if Janet is out. She is the reigning female cricketer of the year, so her ability is not under any questions.
But I think you would agree, Dennis, there was a run there. It was not straight to a fielder. The fielder had to move. And Janet was slow to come out. I'm not. Do you know the battery? Or we know who we got, because they changed the order a bit. This is. So 26 for 3, and that is 7 overs gone. And this is the one with the headbands. That's Maya. What's her name? Christine Anayo. Just played away. Played carefully back down the pitch. No, T20 does not demand this sort of play. Nabwan has been in quite a while now, and really just to pat it back down the pitch, it may be a straight ball, and even that was a very gentle push into the covers. I need some venom. And when she tries, it makes a bit of a mess of it. It slid away just backward of square. But this is 4 dot balls, and in T20 this just isn't the way to play it. And another 5th, and she very correct defensive shot, but maybe the message simply has not got through. And again, and she tries to beef that, goes directly to the field at mid-wicket. It's a maiden, I think. It just doesn't do it.
Like I said, Jennifer, Colin, I wanted to reiterate that Janet is not the quickest between the wickets, so you need to you need to always understand the person you're batting with, so that you don't take unnecessary risks. Shubaker is on strike. Yeah, and she joins Shubaker, another one of the good girls from Ginger. Ginger SS. The Blizzards are in desperate need of a heroine. I don't know where they'll find one. if the Hurricanes win this game, Naigaga. Yeah.
Is this the one?
Yes. They will be guaranteed of being winners of this inaugural Ladies Elite League.
Thank you. Can't see again. Nagaga already struggling. She's come in at 5, which she didn't do in the other innings, and a complete miss. Consi tossed it in the air, and the thing about Consi that can irritate batters is she comes in her overs are bowled very quickly. There's no time to settle. She comes again, and that's wide on the offside, but just allowed to run through. If there's any strategic planning by Blizzards, there is very little evidence of it. I didn't hear that.
Jennifer Nabwana given out LBW from the bowling of Anayo.
Really, they're throwing it away.
Has been the problem for the challengers. They failed to get it. They failed to get a good total together. Stephanie Nampina.
I'm
go very far. Teddy Ayala coming on to ball to Stefani. Going to be an interesting contest. The field is still not spread for her, but we know she can hit them big. Her of the side, and she's aware of the threat Stefani can pose. Some good shots, but most of them go to fielders. I think the girls need to. There are a lot of gaps around the field. You need to just tap the ball into one of those gaps so that they can take off. Girls have worked very hard despite not playing cricket for a long time. All of them have been falling down, and it's clear their pants are all dirty. But that shows how much they love this game and how much they've been missing it.
.28 the score for 4, and this is the 10th over. And she comes again. Oh dear, did the splits basically. Rather mess of that shot. Mrs. Nagaga. Oh, and an is right. Okay, we've lost another wicket. It's 41 for 5 in the 14th over, and it was Nagaga bowled by Nakchisui. It's 41 for 5, 14 overs up. This is the 15th coming. Teddy, no. A blocked ball again. It's Teddy Ayala, who got a 4-4 yesterday, but doesn't look very particularly dangerous. Comes in again. She lobs it up. It could have been a big hit, but it was scooped up and dropped safely. Consi picks up. 42 for 5. Now Nampina really must try to grasp this game. And she whacks it round a corner, but not a good stop. No run. And Ayala again, driven on the onside this time to wide, deep mid-on, and just a single run. .43. Another over bowled. Do you make it 40, 42 for 5 or 43? 43. 43 for 5. Sorry? 15. Yeah, 15 gone, 43 for 5. Things have slowed up so much that it's almost heartbreaking. 9 runs scored of the last 5 overs in the middle of an innings of T20. It makes absolutely no sense at all. So, yes, Nampina gets hold of that and she sent it down to long off, long on. Single. Now, whether this left-hander, Irene, can do some damage, she did, after all, hit a 6 earlier in the day, I think. Or certainly yesterday. .44 for 5 at the moment. Into bowl. Thinks of a big whack, but just sort of finishes up by pushing it out to cover. And again, ball comes in bowls. Had a big swing at it, missed it completely, goes through to the keeper. Nachisui again. It's played right across it. It got the pad, but it wasn't in front. But another dot ball. And a swipe, and missed again. This is not good cricket. Bowling is okay. Bowling is giving testing, but the reaction lets that one go down. That's wide on the leg side. 45 for 5. And missed again. 45 for 5 with 16 overs bowled.
I think from this tournament, the coaches will need to know what they need to work on. The batting leaves a lot to be desired. The girls, very few of them are in nick, apart from Imi in the morning and Stephanie now, who's hitting the balls a bit on the ground, and Rachel yesterday. The rest have some work to do, but I must say the bowling is decent. We have had very few extras, despite the fact that girls have spent close to a year without any cricket action. Kakande is still sending instructions from the touchline. He's trusting his X-Factor Stephanie to stay there until the end. Just 4 more overs. If she can really stay there until the end, she can give them a chance in this game. Him is sticking with an attacking field for Stephanie. You would assume that they would defend against Stephanie and attack against Irene, but they are choosing to kill by strangling. Stephanie tries to go big, but straight up in the air. I don't think that was part of the plan, and the coach will be very, very disappointed in her. There's still a lot of time in this game. I don't know why everyone thinks T20 cricket is for rushing. There were at least 24 balls left in this game, but Stephanie has left 23. But Franklin Najum, an experienced campaigner, joining Irene Aloma. I think Franklin should have come before Irene. That way, if Franklin is batting with Stephanie, they can complement each other. But in this case, Stephanie was so much on pressure because Irene wasn't scoring any runs. Then it's going to be the same thing. Franklin has to do the bulk of the scoring, while Irene is not. She doesn't have the skill to take on these bowlers. So maybe the Blizzards got the tactics wrong. At this time in the inning, their best 2 players should have been batting together.
So it's 45 for 6 into the 70th over. Franklin Najumba and the keeper Nyende is standing up to Ayala. Who comes in to bowl now. And Najumba plays it backward point, went quickly, no run there. The fielding has generally been of quite high standard, particularly with the ball running straight to them. In she comes again. Najumba takes a big hoik at it, and it's gone to wide mid-on. Just a single. Now the field changes. It's packed on the offside for the left-hander. Seems to be a bit strange. And she pushes it to the offside, as if they were saying, come here, give it to us. It's Ayala again. She's actually had a good outing so far in this, and had a swing at it, missed it, not for the first time. Really, this is the batting of a number 10. Kevin really needs to think very carefully about this batting order. I think it's caused a lot of trouble. Whether she should in fact be going in opening and then being out or not, we've got to address all these issues. And bowled round her legs. Been a poor innings. another wicket falls. It's 46 for 7 after 17.
Like I mentioned, Irene was way out of her depth batting at this time. No surprises there that she loses a wicket. Brenna Nabisalu could be a better partner for Franklin. If they can push on, they can at least find 60 runs. That could help them win the game.
Coming to the wicket now. Brenda. Coming to the wicket, is she being met by Najumba? No. So she can't be coming with any policy document. The over is the over, the new over, the 18. There's just 18 balls to go. And Najumba facing, she's just taking guard.
Brenda was aware that they could make 2 runs, or she just took off. But again, the throw from Anayo to Immaculate, who was at the stumps, was also spot on. Allowed her to just flick the bells off. Terrible cricket, I would say, from the Blizzards. You need to just do the basics right, and then the other details will take care of themselves. They've let themselves down at times with these unnecessary runouts.
So Esther Kayaga comes out to join Najumba, who is facing just 2 overs after this one. And fields off her own bowling. She's back to her quite hard. She did well to get. Mid-wicket, mid-on area. It's up in the air, and now Jumba gets it to move round behind the stumps, and it's a bye. So the score goes up to 48. Kayaga. Let's see what she can do. And she comes, it just plays it, pushes it on the onside. And that's the over, and it's 48 for 8 from 18. They'll do well to get to 60. They're 12. That's 12 runs away, and they're 12 balls to receive. But Najumba, if she gets hold of it, she scored a 6 this morning. And it's going to be, oh, this is an interesting one. This will be Oweko bowling to Najumba. Two old timers, really. And in comes Oweko, bowls, and it's a wide ball on the offside. Now, in fact, Consi has bowled quite a number of wides in this innings. Whether she's trying out new things or not, I don't know. Bowls again, that's short, and it's hit through the covers, but only for one by Najumba. I would rather sense that Oweko was letting her have that one. And we'll see what she does with Kayaga. Score is 49 for 8. 50 for 8, rather, because there was a wide ball. Now Kayaga faces and had a sort of shot with a hanging out bat shot, which went away for one. 51 now, they've passed the 50. That is some achievement. Oweko again. Wilson Najumba pushes it out. Yes, they're running, and they have to. This is in. It's 52. Say something at this point.
You only wish that Franklin had come earlier and at least batted with Stephanie and Janet. The total could have been different. Esther Kayaga trying her luck. Konsi Oweko, the ever reliable one, has been off color this afternoon. But like Colin mentioned, the fielding of the girls has been exceptional. Very few chances have been put down, but even the ground fielding itself has been very good. The pickups, the throw-ins, stumped. Esther Kayaga, Franklin frustrated at the non-strikers end. She's running out of partners, which is terrible. She will need to face most of the balls in the final over if these guys are to, if the Blizzards
I think it would not be unkind to say they are more lizards than blizzards this afternoon. Certainly lost their way wholly. In which case maybe blind mice. But it's been a poor show. But as Dennis has said, the fielding has been, it's been good. And they've not let anything slip. There was one drop. I'm not sure that any batter will have got double figures at the moment. Maybe Janet Babazi earlier. Now it's Sarah Walaza, last in. But some of the Blizzard's attitude seems to have been, why are we having to play 2 games, please, when we would like to have only played 1? Well, they didn't win that one, and it doesn't look very much as if they're going to win this one either. But anyway, here we go. Oweko to Walaza. She bowls. Very short and pushes away on the offside. We're into the last over. And it will be bowled by 52 for 9. I think we're 52 for 9, 52 for 9. And it will be Nachisui to Najumba. First ball. Accurate. Walaza took off. The ball ran pretty well straight to gully. Had to come back again. But she's thinking, that's the right thinking. I mean, this is the last over. Except that, of course, Franklin should try to hang on to the strike. But now she's given a big swipe. And it's straight and it's caught. It's caught in the deep. Oh, was she over the line? What are they saying? It's been given as a... No, it's over. Oh, there's some confusion as to whether she was behind, over the line, on the line. It was Consi who caught it. It doesn't matter if it was in the air, as long as her feet were inside the rope. She could catch it the other side of the rope. And the batters are going off. Yes, they're off. That was out of the first ball of the second ball of the over, I think. 52 all out with 4 balls to go. What say you, Dennis?
Again, I think Franklin had no option, but she should have had more faith in Sarah Walaza. First, Sarah Walaza is capable with the bat. Probably they could have pushed that score up to about 60. They now have only 52, and the Hurricanes need 53 runs to win. If they win today's game, it will be all over for the Hurricanes, for the Blizzards.
And I imagine that will mean some of us will go to church tomorrow, perhaps not come to the cricket, but we will be here, and we hope you will be as well. Just a break now between innings. The umpires are out now, waiting for the fielders who are gathered in a bit of shade towards the edge of the ground. We're disputing in the press box whether Yusuf Nanga, the coach of Hurricanes, will use this as an opportunity to blood new openers, or will stick with the order that he's followed up to this point, and I think he's sticking. Dennis, is it Rachel and what's her name? And Shep. The opening pair are coming out. They're coming very slowly, as if they almost don't want to go there. And they are. There's an unfamiliar look to this too, is it? The way the bat is being carried is not the way that Rachel carries it. And it's not her deep yellow, it's a light yellow helmet, which is different from hers, I'm pretty certain. Bowling is, well, can you help me please, Dennis, because these guys are no good. Is it Walaza? Gayaga. Naigaga. Oh, Esther Kayaga, okay. It's Esther Kayaga bowling, taking the first over, but we're not at all sure to whom she's bowling. Suffice it to say, she is an opener. Kayaga bowls, it just drifts down the leg side, and they run one on top of it. So that's two. It is Rachel. So Rachel Antono opening, and probably is the. And Shakir. This is the normal opening partnership. The late afternoon sun is causing us some distress here. Bowls again. So outside the off stump. It was strange that she bowled a wide one off, because in her spell this morning she didn't bowl any wides at all. And it may be that she in fact bowled more tightly than anyone else, and this bowls straight ball was prodded down.
Colin Kayaga bowled beautifully in the morning. I think she picked up about 3 wickets. And I think that's why Kevin has kept faith with her.
Shahira still facing. Bowls. He tries to poke it away, tries to put it away, but actually only manages to send it straight back to the bowler. So the score 2 just from the wide and the one run off it. Leg wide on the leg side, and it's given again 3 for no wicket. There's a lethargy in the field at the moment. About latish in the afternoon. They're probably pretty tired because they played this morning, so they would have played 40 overs and 40 overs more or less. And she let that one Slow, and it... a great old... Come on, God, wake up, you stupid woman. Excuse me. That's real laziness. Absolute laziness.
As the calling between the wickets is still a challenge. Rachel was ball watching while her partner needed to take a single. Slow start, only 1 run in this over. 2 runs wide and single.
Fielders really need to be alert to the opportunity that is given them. I think Janet Babazi really had a choice as to who she wanted to run out, and in the end she didn't run out either of them. Shame, really. 3 for none. And she'll take on the bowling now. Field sprinting round a bit. There's no slip. Everything defensive. Right, Babazi comes into bowl. Shortish on the leg and just prodded away to mid-wicket. Comes in again. Yes, driven by Antonio to deep mid-on. Just a single. Of course, there's no urgency here, really. The rate needed is just over 2.5 and over. Now bowling to Shakira, who wafts outside the off stump. Ball kept low, missed it. Taken by Nyande. In comes Babazi. Again, almost a repeat. But question of the batter moving her feet and getting behind that ball and pushing it away. Trying to beat the covers, but and again, right through on the offside. It's a straight, and it's wide on the wide on the leg side. So the score goes to 5. And pushed away just back to the square on the offside. And that is over. And it's 5 for no.
Slow start today for the Aziz Damani. Usually they are quick out of the blocks, especially with Rachel Ntona at the top of the order. But today they seem to be taking their time as they try and deal with this total. Only 48 required for the winner of 108 balls.
Kayaga is she's bowling the sort of restricting the bat. She's bowling accurately. Nothing particularly threatening, but making the batter keep alert. Bowls again. And Ntono goes for it. She might picked up by Sapina in the deep. They've run only one. That's another ball. She gave that one a bit of air. Shakira pushed it, but didn't run with it, and so no run. She turned it round the outside, round to backward of square. No attempt to run. Esther Kayaga, youngster from Ginger. Next ball, that's a little shorter, pushed away on the outside, offside. They're going to run two here, I think. Looking for two, no, decide against it. That was played into the offside and beat the field just, but they ran round the outside. The outfield is very slow, it's full of water. So, yes, well fielded in the covers. And that's another over gone.
This pair has done well for the Hurricanes, Shakira and Rachel. They seem to understand each other very well. Even if it's just 7 on the total, we know they have the ability they are hitting the gaps and also pick up the odd single. No bad balls yet to score boundaries, but they are at least doing the basics right. The challengers have experience in their team, but you feel that they have made some poor decisions that have put them on the back foot. Frankly, Najumba, Janet Mbabazi, Kevin Awino have been around a long time. You'd feel they could offer the youngsters much more than they have done. Janet has strayed on the leg side a lot of times, and she's given away a lot of runs that are not helping her team.
Babazi again. Bowls. And peels for LBW. It's not given. It was probably running down the leg side. Score is 8-0. 8 for no wicket. Again now plays it and beats mid-wicket, who fell fairly desperately for it, just a 1. Weena went up to have a word with her bowler, running back. Ntono sends it to mid-wicket, where it's fielded. You can see you get the feeling she really wants to let loose. It's 9 for no wicket. Janet again. An over-paced ball and wide on the offside this time. 10. Wides from experienced players is a worry. Janet's bowling, Consi Oweko bowled wides. That's 10 the score. And Ntono drills that into the covers, but it's well fielded by Najumba. Let's turn it again. Oh, and strangely, Ntona missed that completely. And we know is appealing for a stumping, a running out. Did she walk outside of her crease? It's not given.
Colin, in the morning, the hurricanes, the blizzards started slowly in their chase and eventually ran out of resources. Could the same happen here? Do you think any chance of that happening?
I think hurricanes look a much more settled side than the blizzards. And, okay, it's 10 for naught from 4 overs. They can keep going at that and they'll be all right. 4 fours, 16, 40. Yeah, they would. They're on course, and there's been no one out yet. I think they'll just up the tempo a little bit as things move on. They've got a target. It's only 53, but maybe I'll be proved wrong. Here comes Kayaga again. Pushed away on the offside. And we know now he's going to talk to Kayaga. I think what she's probably trying is saying, try to be more penetrative. You've got to get these people out.
I feel, Colin, as long as Esther stays in that channel line, they are not taking her on. It's okay because both Rachel and Shakira like cutting the ball. So if she tries to stray outside of stump, they could be able to pick up a few runs. But the field setting for the Blizzards is clear that if she stays in the channel line, they will not be able to get so many runs. High in the air, Franklin Najumba gets under it and takes a beautiful catch. That's a very good catch. After she heartbreak, despite taking a good catch, the umpire calls no ball.
No ball. For what? High?
Think over the.
How is that a no ball?
The square leg umpire signals no ball. That it was over height, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have the benefit of DRS.
A free hit.
Yeah, it's a free hit.
Did they take two?
They took one,
They took one.
and Shakira gets to,
Shakira shot, yeah?
yes. Rachel Antono swings. They pick up another single. They don't utilize the free hit. Do you think that was high? Was that a no ball? Colin?
I don't think it was high within the definition of the laws. It may have been above normal, but it was not coming fast. There was no at that point. And it was hit, and it was easily hit. Anyhow, that's what the umpire decided. Umpires can sometimes be fairly pesky people. And he may technically be right. Above shoulder height. What one hopes will not happen is Blizzard say, well, it's been our bad luck like this all along, or something of that kind, because that really wouldn't help the situation. And given a wide again on the offside now. I think the score is now moved up to 14. Yes, 14 for no wicket. This is a strange over. It'll be interesting to discuss it with the umpire later. And that is turned wide, and Najumba comes around and gets it. I think she's pretty fed up as well. And it's an over. It's 15 for no wicket. What do you think, Dennis?
15 for no loss.
Yeah, and the incident over the catch.
A matter of only 34 more runs. Good catch from Franklin. Deserved to be a wicket, in my opinion. But the umpire is the final man.
So we've got Babazi again. 15 for no wicket. This is just the sort of platform Hurricanes hoped for, but they had their luck in the last over with that catch taken very well by Najumba, but no ball. And Babazi is maintaining this line which is slightly outside off stump, and Shakira is finding it very difficult to cope with it. She's not moving across, which is what is really needed, and in comes Babazi again, but that one was on the stumps and just turned away for a single. Score of 16. Alright, here we go again. And Babazi lumbers in, and that's an Antonio shot over the top, going towards the long off boundary. They're just going to run two. $18 now for no wicket. Babazi again, and yeah, slides it down between wide of gully for a single. 19. Babazi doing a bit of gardening there before coming into bowl, as she does now, and push and a misfield, push down backward, a slip really. That's 20 for no wicket after 6 overs. Coasting along, I would say.
Yeah, at the end, I think the Blizzards are only delaying the inevitable. Again, a very good partnership between these two. They've been so good together. They are dabbing the balls into the gaps. They are finding the singles. And once in a while, when Rachel wants to go big, she has picked the right shot and the right time. 20 for no loss. Just a matter of 33 runs from very many balls before for the Hurricanes to wrap this up.
Yeah. They could. I think there are 1 or 2 players on the Lizard side who actually need to go out and get fit. Maybe they've had a problem keeping fit during the pandemic, and this window of opportunity has come maybe a little too early. Now it's Najumba bowling. Now she's setting her own field. She's bringing, I thought for a minute she was bringing in a slip, but she's not. She's got a wicketkeeper standing up. She's bringing a mid-wicket in. Now she bowls of a short run these days. Played nicely out cover way towards cover. It's Shakira facing. And again she bowls, and it's Shakira is just, I think, just going to watch these onto the bat, wait for the bad ball. Here we go again. Najumba Yes, called for a run. Oh, and Franklin fumbles the return, and a run is taken. The call there came from Ntono, though the ball had in fact run behind the wicket on the offside. Franklin comes in bowl. That's shorter. Ntono pushes it away to that fielder who'd been set at the mid wicket position, short mid wicket, for just that reason. Again, next one. Ntono pushes that, beats the offside field. They'll run two. It comes in to the keeper. There's one more ball left for this over.
Rachel Ntono has been very, very impressive. Playing some of those classic shots you would assume if the ground was dry, they'd all be running away for boundaries. But she has played some classic back foot drives. Hard work for the Blizzards. 30 more runs needed for the win for the Hurricanes. Can we see a miracle from the Blizzards?
No miracles anymore, I don't think. We'll be lucky if we see Christmas. Change of bowler. This is Sempina, I think, coming on. Let's see what she can do. In his day, the writer Darren Chione has waxed lyrical about Stephanie Sempina as a coming cricket force. She's proved herself mainly. Now would be another golden opportunity to do so again. Field being reset for Shakira, and she comes and pulls the first ball. That's a leg. Oh, that comes right across. That was a good ball. Shakira did not read that at all. It came right across her, and she was sort of on the back foot and fiddling around. Comes the next. Now she turns that down to a short, long leg. It comes in from there. Yes, I will do. Do your thing. 24 for Nord now. And very short and pulled. They're really, oh, goodness me. Yeah, they're going to get two. They're going to run two because the fielder at long leg was showing every sign of being asleep. Actually, it's the same fielder has made the mess up with the run out. And she really isn't quite with it this afternoon. 26 for no wicket. So two more to Ntono. They're really taking it very easy now, I think. Steers that one wide on the offside. Najumba after it, gets it. They're just going to take the one. The score goes to 27. .27 for no wicket. They're pretty well halfway there, and they haven't lost a wicket. This is like a repeat of yesterday to some degree, though the target is slightly higher. Shakira just pushes it away, goes behind square on the offside. This is the 8th over. 8th over. Shortish, just pushes. And it's 28 for no wicket after 8 overs. The umpire is walking to his station, reading a large piece of paper. Maybe he's reading how to umpire. No, it's probably keeping a tally. It'll be Najumba again. Bowling to Antono. I don't know whether they'll be feeling it's a lost cause, but Najumba makes an effort and is pushed away on the leg side, but no run. Again, it's very short and it's whisked away through mid-wicket. They'll only get one. It is extremely soggy on parts of the ground still. During the break, I walked across to the scoreboard, and it wasn't easy walking. 29 now. Oh, it flies up, and the fielder at mid-wicket skids, falls. Wouldn't have got it, I don't think, but there was a catch in the offing. It was a poor shot. So it's 30 now. 30 for no wicket, I think. In comes Najumba again. Pushed away. No run. Can you read if it says 30? Does it say 30? 29, okay. And a miss there. There's an element of frustration breaking in here. I think both with the bowlers and the batters. The score is 29 for no wicket. I thought they had run an extra one. Najumba again bowling. Tono just happy to push it away. And it's over. So we're 29 for no wicket after 9 overs. $29 for no wicket. 29 for no wicket. Wicketkeeper Kevin Awino really trying to rally her troops a bit, because they Pina, and it's just pushed away to the leg. They'll take a single there. They can get them all in singles, and this is probably what they're planning to do. Now I think if Awino had a wider selection of players, there are a couple who would find themselves sitting out tomorrow simply because of laziness in the field. It comes again. Oh! And it went over the stumps. It went through Antonio. That was a good ball by Stephanie. It's 30 the score now. And tossing it up, and Tono drives at it and sends it to deep mid-off. Takes the score to 31. This is slow progress, but in fact well within the sort of the time frame. This is the 10th over. 31, so that means 3 and over. Again, bowls, that's a leg, but it comes right across. Shakira is finding it very difficult to read Nampina. Bowls again. just the stump. The Wino took the bails off, but it wasn't a chance of being out. Yes, the umpire's job is this, and now we may be wondering why the umpires are not awake. Right, the stumps are set now. $31 for no wicket. Nampina to Shakira. Tosses it up, pushes it rather nonchalantly into the leg side, takes a single. It's 32. So 20 behind without having lost a wicket. 32 for no wicket after 10. This can be described as coasting. There's a very little urgency either amongst the batters or in fact the fielders. They want to do their best, but it's not an easy one. It's Walaza coming on. Strange that she's been delayed until 10 overs have been bowled before bringing her on. Normally an opening bowler. She's not had a particularly good couple of days so far. Needs to show a bit more penetration. Anyhow, the score now 32 for no wicket after 10 overs. Delay in setting the field. The massive great gap on the leg there. Who is setting the field is very difficult to say, whether it's Janet Babazi, whether it's the bowler. And the wicketkeeper, I suppose, as the captain. Babazi is now moving people around, sending someone down to slightly deeper on the leg side. And now Owino is running down to have a word with the bowler. Having a word with the umpire, because I think he's telling her that this is just taking too long. It probably sounds to the words like either you're the captain or you're not. Who is doing this? And now here comes Walaza. Nice ball, quick ball. Dakota appealed and she's out. Caught behind. Well, all that delay was worth it. She got the wicket of Shakira, and it is 30 for 1. That is something that sometimes works. Batters become frustrated at the delay, and it's a question really of saying, let's get this right, and they got it right. Coming into bat. Are they giving any indication as to the name of the batter when the new batsman comes in? Yeah. Who have we got now? Who are they saying is in? The new one, not the one with the helmet, the other one, the new one, the one with the dark yellow helmet. Who's coming into face? Do we know who she is? New batsman is in and taking guard. It will be Walaza to bowl to her. Walaza is now running up and remarking her run. Janet. No, the other Janet. Right, thank you. It's Janet Nachirondo, who got 5 in this morning's innings. In comes Willa. Oh, and outside the off stump. It's difficult to tell whether she left that alone, tried to play it a little bit. Pushed up the order. Sarah Walaza. And she's got her. She's got her. Straight through, and that is the second 2 balls, 2 wickets in 3 balls. Change of bowling that worked. And that's 30 for 2. New batter coming out. Sorry, my friend. Hey, Wilbur, excuse me. You'll have to do the same. Sorry. Find out who she is, if you can do it with you. Without anyone here, it's... Oh, it's immaculate, is it? Okay, good. Thank you. Right, the captain is out. Sarah Walaza will be feeling good about this. She had a rather indifferent spell this morning, and she's taken over, and she's bowling a jolly sight better and with a lot more venom than some of the other bowlers have. Janet Babazi has come down to the boundary, very straight, almost direct, almost behind the bowler. And she's trying to direct the field from there, which is, yes, bringing mid-wicket in. Oh, so here comes Walaza. Bowls. And it's pushed away on the offside and picked up. Now, Nachisui could well become tired of the situation quite quickly and try to give the ball some real whack, which she can do. .30 for 2 still. And that went wide on the offside, and it's given a wide. So we move up to 31. She bowls again. It's a good ball, just drifting away a little bit from the off stump. Defensive shot. Walaza in again. Slow one that time, that beat the batter. It's 31 for 2 after 11 overs. And the openers both out. Shakira and Antono. Sorry, Antono's still in. Janet Nachirondo was the second player out, and it will be Antono facing. It will be Sempina bowling again. There seems to be some difficulty in the field placings. Whether this is because players have not played together for quite some time, or whether they are strangers to each other in some respects, we shall see. But it's right. Stephanie coming to bowl, bowls to Rachel. Leg break, turns it away on the leg side. They'll run one, just wide of square. Franklin runs across and fields it. 32 for 2. And Immaculate taking guard. She comes a very short and well, that was an attempt to cut it, but it really fell away so far that she didn't get a hand and didn't get a bat on the ball. Bowls again, and that time she does whack it, but it's straight to cover. 32 for 2 still. This game might just be that wee bit closer than we expected. And it comes again, and that was it beat the bat, but doing some very strange sort of form of splits to get there. 2 to go in this over. And that with it's the 12th. 32 for 2 again. Shortish, lets it run away and go outside the off stump. Again, bowls, gives it a bit more air and plays it away back past the bowler for 1. And it's over. So 33 for 2. At this point, the Blizzards were ahead. In fact, they were 35. All right. Correction, that's 35 for 2. At this point, Blizzards were ahead on runs. They were 38, but they were 4 wickets down. And at this point, went really almost into a shell. But they're now it's 35 for 2. Walaza again. She bowled well in the last over, got 2 wickets. She didn't pick that up there, and really that was a bit lazy of Walaza. She didn't cross over to pick up that return shot, and it wasn't hard, but they take a single. The positioning of Janet Babazi, almost directly behind the bowler's run-up, is quite extraordinary, and I don't know why she's there, but she is. In comes Walaza. Taking back, and she catches it, and it's caught and bowled. And it's 36 for 3. No, it hasn't given it. It was a bumble. Wasn't a take. It remains 36 for 2. Here we go again. The evening shadows are coming in. Bowls a bit shortish, trying to pushing it away, and they poor fielding, and it's 37 for 2. It's 37 for 2 now. In comes Walaza. Bowls a nice ball. Oh, it gets an edge on it and it goes on the leg side. 38 for 2. For 2, and it's Ntono facing. Walaza comes up, plays it very straight, pushing it wide. She's picking her spot. That's 92 and 39 for 2. For 2. Bowles. It's a little bit on the wide side and she cuts it through, but very well fielded. And it, oh no, and there's no backing up. 39-41 for 2. They run 2 in the end. But again, some very shoddy fielding. A good pick-up, then a throw, but just not backing up properly. It's 41 for 2 at the end of the over. And that's the 13th over bowled. There are just 12 runs needed now, but unnecessary giving away of runs there. I think there's some confusion in the organisational camp of the Blizzards. Conversations between the captain and vice-captain taking precedence perhaps really over what actually is happening on the field. Now it's going to be the rather gangly bowler Irene. Irene Alemo. She had gangly gait. Field being rearranged again. And the score 41 for 2. Fine. It was 31 when the last wicket fell, and so Hurricanes rather pulled away again just at a time when the Blizzards would really like to have got stuck in. She bowls, and that's quick and past the off stump. Bowling to Ntono, who was a little surprised by the speed of that ball, I think. Here she comes again. Ball past the up, and again beaten for speed. Wide ball though, wide called on the offside. So 10 more runs and they'll be level. And once again we're having field changes, putting in a person to backward square. Drives it back, well stopped. By the bowler off her own bowling. Is it saying 42 for 2? 42 for 2. 42 for 2, good. Shadows lengthening across the ground now. The square is still in sunshine, but the bowler and the umpire in shadow. And it's pushed away on the offside. They're thinking of running, but sent back. The umpire finding a little bit of work to do. He's got to put the bails back on again. This match has really slowed down terribly. Not many runs to get now, and I think that both sides appear to be resigned to Hurricanes making it a 3-0 lead as we go into Sunday. Disappointing for the Blizzards. And that's going to be a 4. A good shot from Tono. Hit it hard, and up on the offside. That's 46 for 2. And that was it's 46 for 2. Irene again spoke quite well, but that was a, and that's taken on the taken on the leg side. 46. It's 47. It was a wide ball, well taken by the keeper. 47 for 2. Bowls again, and it's another wide down, and they're running one as well. This is shoddy stuff in the field. 49 for 2. Started this over off well, but everything has gone rather berserk in the last couple of balls. 49 for 2. So in comes Irene, bowls again, and just push to leg side. They think about a run, they don't take one. Gayaga picks up, sends it back to the bowler. Just 4 to get to win. In comes the bowler, bowls again, nice one, driven away, and that's the 50 up. Out to deep mid-off, and it's an over. It's the over, it's the 16th over, 14th over bowled. So there are 6 overs in which to get 3 runs. Score 50 for 2, and it was at this period, really, that Blizzards began to lose their wickets. Up until the early 30s, they were level pegging, but then they went into a shell and played some very poor shots, and there were a couple of run-outs, and basically they're being made to pay for it now. Walaza is still on. She's bowled well. Got 2 wickets in her first over. The second over cost a little bit. Walaza in, and it's swung away to the leg side, and it's 4, and it's a win. It should be through. 54. That's it. That's it. 54 for 2, and they've won by 8 wickets. First ball, 54 for 2. So we're wrapping up now. The players are going off. That leaves Hurricanes with a 3-0 win in the series so far, and then so they will have won whatever trophy there is being presented for this. And it's a 3-0 win. That must be very, very disappointing for Blizzards. They looked as if they could. They really their innings had got off, it had a strong basis, and it got off to really the possibility of making a decent score, and just fell away. And Hurricanes have taken advantage of that to win their third match on the trot. Won yesterday by 10 wickets. Today, the morning one, much closer by 7 runs, and now this evening by 8 wickets. So thank you very much for joining us, and we will... All right. Thank you for joining us, and we will say good night from Lugogo Oval. Please join us again tomorrow morning for the fourth of these T20 matches between Blizzards and Hurricanes. Good night to you.